Hi guys, welcome back to Geeks Wargaming and welcome to our latest video. Today me and Robin are heading up to Southport. We're heading up to the Northwest Open. 2 days of hobby goodness. I'm taking a non-competitive Ultramarines list and Robin is going full balls out with his Knights. So let's go take a look at those armies.
So here's my list. As you can see, not much in terms of model count, but all able to pack a punch. It is a pure Knights list. It is the Knight Lance detachment, so it gives me the 6 extra command points. And I plan to spend 2 before every game to use heirlooms of the household to give 1 an additional relic, and also the exalted court to give 1 an additional warlord trait. So the big guy on the right, the Valiant, he is my warlord. I will be giving him Iron Bulwark to make his invulnerable save a 4-up rather than a 5-up, so he should be pretty tough to kill. And I'm going to give him the relic flamer, which is the Traitor's Pyre, which is because it's a flamer, it auto hits, but it also, with that relic, allows you to re-roll failed wounds, so that is pretty strong. To the right is Lady Isabella. She is going to be the second in command, so she is going to take the 2nd warlord trait, and she is going to take the Blessed by Sacrostance, I think it's called, which is the one where you can nominate a weapon, and that weapon then on rolls to wound of 6 you score mortal wounds in addition. So obviously I'll be using her Gatler on her arm with that warlord trait, so there's a chance of you know, getting quite a few additional mortal wounds hopefully. So I think that's a fairly decent warlord trait to take on a Crusader. So I'll just move these guys out of the way so you can see what's behind them and bring them forward. Okay, so this is we have Sir Siegfried, a little bit different from what you've seen before. I have given him a repaint and I've magnetised his arms, and he is now going to be my gallant. So everything in this list is completely WYSIWYG, so he's got no upgrades, he hasn't got a warlord trait or anything like that, no relics, so he is what he is. The plan with him is basically just to run him up, advance him, and then maybe use the stratagem full tilt, which allows you to charge after advancing should I need to. So that's him. And then on his right, again, haven't got a name for the big guy or this one yet, so comments down below with suggestions for names. So he is going to be taking the relic, and obviously he's going to be taking the Endless Fury on this one. So and that is, I think it's a 1997 it comes to in total. This tournament there is actually going to be a chess clock, so I thought rather than having to mess around with that, you know, let's just take 4 knights, see how they do. I think this is a fairly powerful configuration. It's got a lot of DACA. It's got obviously the close combat threat, and then the close quarters threat from the Valiant. Lots of auto hitting, re-roll into wounds. I can shoot characters with the missiles on the Valiant. There's a lot of strength 8 shots with, you know, D3 damage or multiple damage. It's got multiple. It's got mortal wounds output. Obviously they can all stomp as well. So I think it will be fairly scary for a lot of opponents. I'm not sure how it's going to do. My aim for this tournament is to well, just basically have fun. I'd like to win 3 games. If I win 3 games, I'll be happy. I've also, you know, I've been working on these quite a lot from painting point of view, touching up the old one and just getting them all to a decent standard. So you never know, I might get something from the painting. That would be nice. I'd be over the moon if I got something like that. So yeah, that's my list.
So then guys, this is the list that I am taking to the Northwest Open. It is a battalion detachment giving me those 5 command points. HQ, I'm taking a Primaris Captain with a Power Fist and a Plasma Pistol. Second HQ choice, I'm taking a normal Space Marine Captain with a Power Sword and a Bolter. Into troops, I'm taking a 5-man Incessor Squad, all with their bolters. Exactly the same loadout for the second squad. Third squad, I am taking a normal 6-man tactical squad, again just stock with bolters. Heavy support, and for the very first time, I'm taking some Hellblasters. Not really used these before, but a 5-man squad of them. Into flyers, I'm taking 2 Stormraven gunships equipped with heavy bolters, hurricane bolters, and assault cannons and the missiles. Dedicated transports, I'm taking 3 Razorbacks, all with las cannons. And then finally, a Lord of War choice of Rebute Gulliman himself. So because I'm battle forged, I will get another 3 command points, and then because Rebute is on the board, I will get another 3. So I'm going with 11. This is not a competitive list at all. I'm going up to have a laugh and meet up with people that I haven't seen for quite some time. So that'll be good fun. So I'm taking a fun list. Don't care if I come last. I'm just going up to play some hobby for 2 days. This is it, first game of the Northwest Open. The Ultramarines are down and I am facing Eldar. We have 3 Hemlock fighters on the board. Archon, all right down there in the corner. Unfortunately, it is the Eldar to go first, unless I can seize, which I do with a 6. It is the Ultramarines to go first.
So here we are, the first game of the tournament, and I am playing against Paddy, and he has brought some Death Guard. I've just finished my turn 1, moved up fairly aggressively with everything. There were Nurglings on these objectives here and here. There's not any more, but that's all I killed. So yeah, not the greatest start for me, but some damage done all round. So let's see how we get on at the end.
So that's it, that's the end of the game. It is a loss for the Ultramarines. 40 points to 7, absolute spanking, but good fun, good Eldar army. Not much dead from the Eldar point of view, and everything dead from the Ultramarines. I know this list is not competitive. So, on to the second game for the Ultramarines. Will we get a nice squishy opponent?
So at the end of the first game, that's a win for me. Sorry, there's nothing on the tables. We're kind of running out of time at the end there, so we've kind of packed stuff away. But yeah, a win for me, 31 points to 20. It was very, very close right up until the last turn, when I pretty much destroyed everything. I had my Valiant and a Crusader left, and at the end he just had a, whatever these are called, the tanks, Plague Burst Crawler, with 2 wounds left. So yeah, it was just crazy amount of damage dished out there, but really, really fun game, really great opponent.
So here we go into game 2, and I'm facing Eldar again. The armies are all down. 3 objective markers. There's 1 in my deployment zone inside that ruin, 1 in the middle, and then we have 1 underneath all of that mess of Eldar that's all in there. And it is the Craft Worlds to go first. We've just rolled, so shall we see if I can seize the initiative, which I do. 2 games in a row I have seized the initiative.
Game 2, we're halfway through, and it's Knights versus Necrons. I went second, took a punishing round of fire, and my Crusader died on turn 2 quite early, but it's reasonably close at the moment. Let's see how we get on at the end.
So that's it. That is the end of the second game. It is a loss to the Ultramarines, but what a game. 24 victory points to 21. That thing could not get closer. That was absolutely brutal and absolutely epic. Went all 6 turns. Yeah, great game.
There we have it then, the end of game 2, and surprisingly it's a win for me again. Don't know how it's happening. Obviously Knights are pretty strong. So yeah, I played against Dan and his Necrons, and I've just wiped his force out in turn 5, was it Dan? Turn 4?
Turn 4.
Yeah, turn 4. So that puts me on 34 to 12, is it?
Yeah, 34 to
34-12.
12.
So, but yeah, it was just a brutal amount of punishment that Dan put out in the first turn, but then just couldn't quite take off the last few wounds that he needed to on the Knights. And I just managed to chip away at everything. So yeah, really fun game, really great opponent there. Let's see how we get on in the next one.
So third game, final one of day one, and I've been paired up against Drukhari. Third game of pointy-eared people, but really good fun. Be interesting to see how these Drukhari work. We've got 5 objectives down on the board, 1 in the centre, 1 down here, 1 in the doorway, 1 right at the back, and 1 hidden underneath my Ancestor squads. And it is currently Ultramarines to go first. Tom is going to try and seize, which he doesn't, so it's Ultramarines to go first.
So we are starting game 3, and I'm against Conrad. Some of you might know Conrad. He's a fairly competent player, aren't you? And he has got a Ynnari force, which I'm pretty scared about. So let's come back at the end of the battle and see how I've got on.
That's the end of the third game. Here's another loss for the Ultramarines, but what a great game. 3 awesome games today. The only thing left for the Ultramarines is, of course, Papa G in the middle of the table, soaking it all up. He was down only 1 wound all game and was just slaughtering Dark Eldar. Drukhari left, right and centre, but it just wasn't enough.
So we are at the end of game 3. That was actually quite brutal. Yeah, you see all these Knights? None of them are alive. So I actually got tabled on turn 3 there. Just the amount of fire that this army pumps out is horrendous. Getting shot in the psychic phase is not fun. Yeah, just absolutely decimated really. Didn't really have much to reply with at the end of the first turn. I'd lost the Valiant and I had a crippled Crusader. So basically, start turn 2, I had 2 models left, which didn't make it to my turn 2. So yeah, my turn 2 was this guy ran up into that big blob squad there with the Farseers and Yvrain, and there was 2 of these here, and pretty much whiffed everything. So yeah, that was brutal, but it was kind of as expected. It's a very strong list, and it's a very strong opponent as well, but still really fun game, despite the fact that, you know, it didn't last very long.
So then, guys, we've just finished day 1 of the Northwest Open. 3 really good games, 3 great opponents. Ynnari and a Drukhari. That's a lot of pointy-eared people I've been facing today. 3 really good, fun games. A little bit tough in places. The Ultramarines list is performing okay. Storm Ravens are just getting wiped out left, right and centre. Gunnerman's doing what he does best and just offers all those rerolls and then runs into combat and murders people with the Emperor's Sword. But 3 really great games. I'm not on the bottom table, and it wouldn't matter if I was. I've had enjoyable days so far. Rob?
Yeah, again, 3 really good games. First game against the Nurgle, that could have gone either way, really, until sort of the last turn, and then just sort of started to steamroller a little bit. Very tough. Playing against Paddy. Paddy's not long been playing the game. I think he sort of started playing when he was like 9. You know, 2nd edition or something like that, and then he just hasn't played for ages, and he's just got back into it 8 months ago, so it's his first sort of proper tournament. Yeah. Really good opponent, and despite his sort of lack of experience, very, very good. He definitely knows what he's doing. Second game was the Necrons, and that was just like hammer blow for hammer blow. I didn't get first turn on that one, and I nearly lost a knight in the first turn to destroyers. Destroyers are scary now. Destroyers are proper scary, and at the end of the game, I won and I managed to sort of table him. But we both sort of agreed that if I'd lost my knight in the first turn, as I probably should have. I got lucky with a couple of saves which left him on, I think it was 4 wounds at the end of turn 1. If that hadn't happened, then his destroyers would have been able to just sort of fly around and shoot whatever they wanted. But because it didn't die, I was able to return fire with the knight and supported by another one, which managed to sort of wipe them out. And then that was the major threat on the table dealt with for me. But yeah, again, sort of really close. These games all feel close, but then there's the scoreboard at the end. It kind of it doesn't really look like it's close, but they actually have been. Third game, I knew going into it was going to be really tough. Playing against Conrad, those of you,
very good.
Those of you that know about tournaments will know that Conrad is a very good player. He wins ITC events, and or at least finishes in the top 3.
He knows what he's doing.
So he knows what he's doing, and he's got a very strong list. If I'd gone first, I probably would have been able to dish out a bit of damage to him, so his return fire wouldn't have been as bad as it was. But I didn't go first, and I lost 2 knights in the first turn. Yeah. That's half, that's 2,000 points. That's 1,100 points dead in the first turn. So it was just sort of playing for pride, but he was just basically deleting a knight every turn, basically. So I managed to survive until turn 3. However, I was tabled before I got my turn 3. So I lasted 2 turns.
Oh dear.
Only got the 4 points. But I'm doing better than I thought I was going to be doing anyway. So
yeah, you are actually doing quite well, aren't you?
Yeah, it's quite nice to lose a game, because then I'll be in sort of the midfield rumble that I'm usually in.
But you could win both games tomorrow and actually finish quite high in the league.
Yeah,
so the way that they're doing it is it's 40. I think the maximum you get is 40 points. That's their scoring system. So even if you lose a game or 2 games, you can still actually win this tournament, depending on what points you rack up all the way through.
And what everyone else does.
And what everybody else does. But yeah, there's
a lot of people on sort of 3 wins with maximum points at the moment.
Yeah, and it's good fun, and it's been really nice meeting up with everybody that we know and seeing the guys from Wargames. So yeah,
what I would say is for this tournament there's quite a lot of new faces.
Yeah, there is actually.
So it's quite nice to see some new faces. It's not just the same core of about 40 or 50 people.
But there's people that have been to every single one, like us. Yeah. There's Toby here and things like that. And there's a couple of people missing from who normally come as well. So it's quite nice to see new players in here and people in their first tournament as well. So that's quite nice to see.
What I would say is there is an awful lot of Dikari, Ynnari and Harlequins.
Hell of a lot. I played all 3 of them.
Yeah, I was basically,
3 games.
I was on table 4 on that last game against Conrad, and everything around me was Dikari, Ynnari or Harlequins, and then there was me with my knights, and I think there was another guy with knights. Yeah. There was nothing else.
Funny how the latest codexes
those sort of three-ish codexes.
Do you know the one thing I haven't seen much of, and I haven't really had a chance to walk around properly yet, is many Space Marine armies?
There's Deathwatch, there's yours, but you're all at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. We're all at the bottom table.
There's no AdMech.
No, there is no AdMech actually, is there at all? No Imperial Guard?
No, there is Imperial Guard.
Oh, there's Imperial Guard. So like I said, I haven't had a chance to really walk around.
Yeah, there's Imperial Guard. I'm quite surprised there's a Khorne Demon army, and that's doing quite well. That was on the top floor.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I might face that tomorrow, I think.
Not much Tau?
Yeah, there's quite a few Tau actually.
I really need to have a walk around.
On the higher echelons.
The middle. The middle table.
Yeah, mid to top floor, they're awesome. I think our buddy Toby, his custodes have played 2 Tau armies back to back.
Yeah, Toby has been on the channel with his custodes, and they are stunning, absolutely stunning.
And he's added to it now, made them sort of more competitive.
They look amazing.
Yeah, they're great.
They really do. So yeah, it's been a really good first day. It's been a good laugh and a good giggle, and 3 great games for me. 2. for you.
No, I still just, you know,
even when you lose.
Conrad's an absolute gentleman.
He
he's a good guy. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He talks through absolutely everything, so you don't feel like you're getting cheated out of anything.
Nope.
So you know, it was really good, and we had some fun. We had some banter while playing it, and that's what I'm here for. I'm not expecting to win a tournament. I want to win 3 games. If I win 3 games, I go away happy.
Yeah, no, I normally win 2 at a tournament, and I've got 2 left to go, so I need to win both of them to hit my normal performance. I probably won't win.
Yeah, but you're right at the bottom now, so.
Yeah, I know, but I'm facing pointy-eared people. If I face any more
I don't know why
pointy,
there's so many Dakari down that end. I think it's because there's just so many Dakari armies and Yunari armies.
I suppose it's how they're built and how they run and all that kind of stuff. So. And there's the 2 armies that I faced this morning were kind of like Craft World, so a mixture a bit of everything. And the army that I faced last week, which was pure Jakari, was actually really interesting to watch. And yeah, they are quite dirty. But you put Gulliman in too. Like we ran Witches in on turn 6 for the laugh, and Gulliman just went. See ya, bye. But yeah, it was you know, and I got a lot lucky with dice rolls. So basically, I started with 11 command points, and I finished the game with 8 because I just kept regenerating command points. And the worst thing is, and I've had this happen to me twice, is I've gone to use an orbital bombardment, orbital bombardment because it is filth.
It's not. It's rubbish.
Pick a point on the battlefield, and every unit within D6 inches, which I have rolled a 6 on both times, suffers D3 mortal wounds.
On a roll of a 4+.
On a roll of a 4+, which I've done in every single one of them.
Yeah, so you got lucky with it. It's good if you get lucky, but generally it's loaded.
So basically, I've used it in all 3 games, and I've had it go off once. And the reason is because the Jakari
can block it.
Quite easily block it as well.
That's shocking.
And you get your command points back.
That is the worst thing.
It is awful.
Why did you say that Jakari are your favourite Codex to play against?
Because I've now got a Jakari army and I'm going to block whatever shenanigans you try and throw at me. But yeah, it's been quite annoying. But the one game that I did get it off, there was a bucket load of Yunari all inside ruins, and I literally just went middle point and got a 6 and then got 4 upon everything, and they were losing 2 or 3 from the unit and every single one, and then just kept shooting in with my Storm Ravens, and it was a really close game, 23-21 or 24-21 I think it was in the end. A really close game, great game, loved every single minute of it. So yeah, we head into day 2, 2 games left, probably not. I probably won't definitely finish middle. I'll be down towards the bottom.
If I manage to finish top 10, I'll be ecstatic.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to finish top 10.
You said that in Gibraltar and you finished 6th.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
It is possible.
And your Knight Army is good.
Yeah, it is. The Knight, yeah, that is a strong list. Gallant, 2 Crusaders, and the Valiant.
Yeah, so we've entered things in the paint competition as well. I entered my Hellblasters into unit and Gulliman into miniature. You've entered 3 of your Knights, and they are
Valiant,
really nice, including the new one.
Yeah, my Valiant, Lady Isabella, the Crusader, and then the other Crusader, which is yet to be named.
Knight in Nightface.
Knight in Nightface.
So I think the only way we're actually going to walk away with anything is any painting awards, or maybe best player, because Robin's on 2 of them, I'm on 1 of them. Will we get a 3rd or a 2nd?
Probably not.
Probably not. But we are having a good laugh and we're having a great time, so that's all that matters. So yeah, let's head over to day 2. So this is the first game of day 2, and I've been drawn against Blood Angels. Lots of objectives down on the board. Got 3 on this side, 3 on this side as well. So we have just rolled off, and Blood Angels beat me, but I am going to try and seize. Which I do. I've now seized in 3 games.
So here we are at game 4, and it is against Eldar. And I've just started my turn 1. I didn't get the first turn, so I've had to weather an awful lot of fire from these Shining Spears and the Reapers and everything else. And I've lost my Valiant already, and my Gallant is on 5 wounds. This one is on 20 wounds, so yeah, it's punishing amount of fire. Hopefully I'll be able to return some fire and get rid of a lot of these bodies, because they are quite squishy. But let's see how we get on at the end.
So that is it at the end of the game. It's the first win for the Ultramarines, 24 victory points to 23. Great game. Bobby G alive right at the very end. Managed to pull down the Grav Captain in the final round of combat, giving me Slay the Warlord, King Slayer and Headhunter as well, but it's pretty much won me the game, so well done there, Bobby G.
So we have it at the end of the game. It's another loss for the Knights. Seems that Knights either score really high or don't score anything at all.
I think I was tabled in turn 3. Just, you know, re-rolling hits, re-rolling wounds, and jinxing. Just really hurts. Really hurts. Not like you could do that. Basically losing 2 knights a turn pretty much. So yeah, pretty painful. So on to the last game. Let's see how we do in that.
So this is it, last game of the Northwest Open. I've been drawn against Blood Angels. Second game against Blood Angels, but completely different list. Lots and lots and lots of tanks. 2 objective markers on the board. One has been placed down here and the other one over there. So it's going to be interesting. Now it is Blood Angels to go first. So question is can I seize? No, I cannot.
So here we are, the last game of the day, and I am against another Eldar list, and I'm playing against Tess, who played against Rich yesterday. We are just in turn 1. I've just moved. Everything was hidden in buildings, so I couldn't really do anything. Managed to get a cheeky little shield breaker shot on the Warlord, but didn't kill him because I got vected. Because that's a great stratagem, isn't it, Tess? So yeah, let's see how we get on at the end of the game.
That's it. That is final game of the tournament. It is another win for the Ultramarines. I literally have left a Razorback, Reboot A Gulliman, and a captain and a tactical squad at the back securing me line breaker. All that's left for the Blood Angels is that Baal Predator. But man, that swung around in like the last turn pretty much. Gulliman just slaughtering people left, right and centre, managed to bag me the win, 26 to 25, but brilliant game.
So there we have it, that is the final game of the tournament, and it was a win for me. Really, really close game though. That is all I've got left. The Knight, he is on full health though. Managed to sort of pinch line breaker, last strike, and holding that objective. So I finished 23-8 in the end. All Tess has got left is his little Farseer over here and a Warlock down here somewhere. Up here somewhere. So yeah, that was just a brutal game, blow for blow throughout. Some crazy dice rolls on both sides at times. But yeah, really fun. So thanks a lot, Tess. Great game. Cheers, mate. Cheers.
We'll go through the prizes. I'm going to go from bottom up. Very easy one to do is the wooden spoon, because he's already left. He was that ashamed. Paul Tansman got the wooden spoon. Apparently, Simon, you're taking it home for him? Yes. Yeah. Keep it if you want. But wooden spoon, so a false round of applause, I suppose, for Sanji. So, best unit was Toby Lydiard, who's also left. Again, round of applause for him not being here. Took his certificate as well. Best monster slash tank is Mr. John Kill. Well done. Yeah, help yourself, 15 paints, just make sure we scan them through, John, yeah? Best conversion was the Thriller Tank, the Thriller Knight of Dean Cook. Again, 15 paints, mate, go and pick through them. Congratulations. Good soundtrack as well. Best army, so a couple of notable, we three of us plus Georgie, we chose 2 armies each to go into the nominations for it, and then we whittled it down. And
it was the hardest one we've ever done.
Without doubt, there's a lot of well painted armies here. But the winner of it, and probably not surprisingly, was Mr. Chatterley with his X-Knights.
Thank you. Do I have something else?
You get paints, mate, and plus you get a set of Kalinsky brushes as well. So, in reverse order competition, we do the 40-point system for the exact reason that happened here. It keeps it tight all the way through rather than just knowing that you're 1,000 points clear of somebody. So in 3rd place, and for this you get a start collecting army of your choice, which I'll be in touch with you for to order one through, and then we'll send it out to you. And 3rd place today was Malik. So second place, and for this you get a choice of a box set along the lines of Forge Bane, that sort of thing, is Mr. Lee Dirk, and somehow first place with 5 straight wins, who wins a mat of your choice and also a set of game mat U-terrain of your choice, is Mr. Mike Porter. And your trophy as well. Finally got one. Yeah. Not a silver. Which then, second to last thing that we're going to do is the Average Joe, which is a new prize that we're giving this one. The guy who didn't do amazingly well, didn't do amazingly bad, just completely average right the way through it. Your prize is an averagely plain white t-shirt. And for your plain white t-shirt and your average player couldn't have had a more appropriate name in Joe McNulty. Before we go on to Best Sportsman, we asked people to put predictions in for first round results. Because of dropouts, there was some repairing, so there was only 27 possible predictions you could have given in, and with 21 predictions out of 27 winning a Northwest Open t-shirt, it's Mr. Simon Prittis. Well done. Besides, as a white swap, I just can't pass you that, mate. Well done. And then, what we class, with no disrespect to anyone else that's won a prize, what we class as the most important one is Best Player, the Spirit of the Northwest Open, voted for by the players, players player, and this time it goes to Daniel Webster. I'll do you want it? Yeah, cheers. Fantastic.
So we're back from the Northwest Open. 2 great days of hobby. That was amazing fun. Overall standings, Robin finished 28th and I finished 43rd. Yeah, Robin obviously struggled a bit more on the second day when he faced Yanari or Eldar. quite a lot, and obviously I struggled with that on the first day. There was quite a lot of these Craft Worlds or Drakari and Eldar mixtures armies there, and they were tough lists. They were very tough lists to beat, but all 5 games of mine were great opponents. I loved every single game. The last 2 games against Blood Angels literally came down to the last couple of dice rolls, really, giving me the extra victory points. In the very last game, Gulliman went down and then got back up again with 3 wounds. And after he stood back up again, there was a 10-point swing in my advantage to let me win that game by 1 victory point. And I was literally left with a Razorback, Gulliman, and a Tactical Squad and a captain who were just going off and getting line breaker. And the Blood Angels player Tom literally just had a Predator left, and it was intense. It was quite up to turn 3, even turn 4. It looked like I was going to get absolutely steamrollered. Lots and lots of Blood Angels left, and all of a sudden there wasn't much left at all. But yeah, great 2 days. We've really enjoyed going up and seeing loads of our friends and having a laugh and just having a really good time. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I can't even begin to tell you how sleepy I actually am. But 5 games will do that in a weekend, and you know, I'm not getting any younger. But yes, thanks for watching, guys. Please leave us a comment. What do you think about tournament scene? Are you a tournament player? Are you tempted to go into that tournament scene for the very first time, looking for an event? We can hopefully try and recommend a friendly environment for you to go into. But yes, thanks for watching, guys. Please like and share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And as always, we will see you on the next one.